I'm Margaret in Windsor, and I just put up a video a couple of hours ago about the mail bomber that was sending the packages. Was arrested yesterday. Uh, now then, I was relating and wanting you to look back at they arrested him in 1986. And I've told this on the video. He was a Unabomber. He was programmed totally. I've told that. And that's when the Roanoke Times sent someone up to the Full Heart Knob hiker shelter where I had to live. I mean, I was shut down, and I still am, really. Anyway, he was programmed, and I won't go any further about the paper or the two people that came up there had worked. I believe they said that he covered the young fellow. They weren't older journalists. They looked like they might have been 30 at the most. But he said he was on People, I believe it was People magazine, and that he was on the front of People magazine. They got his picture when he was covering the Unabomber. Okay, so I'm up there living in the on the Appalachian Trail from Travel, Mountain Pass Road, the old. This was, I can't remember, must have been after, I would think. I'm not sure about the timeline there. Yeah, he was arrested, when did they say, in 1996? Anyway, it took him a long time to arrest him and everything. So anyway, I'm up there, and it was back when I first started going up there, but a few years later, after 1992, because I was able to buy a North Face tent, one person or two person tent. Anyway, I'd set it up in the, because it'd been so cold and everything, and there were no hikers back then, period, very few, and this is early in the spring. Anyway, I set the tent up, and they came up and took the pictures. And the Roanoke Times ran a few articles, then they'd take almost half a page about, forgotten her name now again, Smith. What was her name that ran her children into the lake and drowned them? Smith. Well, I can't think of her name right now. Anyway, I'll get back to this. Yesterday, mind control murders that were done in patterns. Now then, what is going on here? The mail bomber yesterday they caught and arrested. And on that YouTube this morning I put up the video. I don't really question. I don't really need names. This has got to be an ongoing thing, and me telling it. And I'm going to go ahead, and it's a little garbled. Well, bless your soul, because my life's been garbled while I've been telling this, and I'm not getting paid. Your press is all being paid to cover up and lie. They're not going to tell the truth about anything about me, because it would lead to telling about my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, married Edward VIII, was Queen of England, a double, married Wallace Simpson. I'm an American spy, and my Uncle George was promoted to the monarch illegally by the Illuminati global government right out of New York City, Rockefeller headquarters, under the guise of the United Nations. Now, if you can't follow me there, excuse me, because you really, at this point, these type have gone on, and I can, without names and patterns and stuff, I don't have that. It does. The names I got from yesterday has to do something with going on. Yeah, that one is pretty obvious if you ever hear it. But let me say this real quick. They're not going to tell about this. All they had to do, the press, was finally tell the truth, because it would lead back to me. And if it led back to me, telling about the murders done in patterns and how. Well, then you're going to find out about the Americans' part of taking down the British Empire, kidnapping me, the Victoria the Second, when I was 2 years old. I was kidnapped in 41. All this is up there. And Wallace Simpson married the double, and yes, Elizabeth knows it, and yes, the press was on board the plane when Meghan Markle and Harry, the plane had a little mishap, and they've covered every inch while they're in Australia. Do you see them telling you the truth? And this isn't going to stop until you do. I've said that before. So I'm not going to go any further. There's no names that I have linking what's going on now in Pittsburgh, synagogue. It's the at least 12 shot, and I believe at least 4 they said were dead. I don't have any names to connect with other than, I'll leave it to you. I can't do anything else, and I wonder, you know, why? Because I've got people, some good people, I keep saying that, but some that are so nasty and mean. Uh, well, anyway. So you can count on it. This isn't going to stop until you tell the truth about who is doing the mind control murders. And I can bet you without another name or anything, this is one of them. I don't know the shooter. They say they have him in custody. They haven't told his name. But I can just about, well, I can assure you this is a mind control murder.